preparing. Okay.
It's saying here we are now live on
Yes, it's coming.
YouTube, Anila.
Just right now. Screen is coming. Just a minute. It's just loading on the screen. Come on, it's loading. I think we are live. Yeah, I think we are live. So, hi, good everyone. I hope you all are doing well. As you all know, that my name is Joaquin. I'm a clinical psychologist, psychotherapist, speech and language therapist, and I'm doing advocacy for mental and autism and neurodiversity. And also, we are working for some time for trauma. And the project that me and Colette is doing, that is with the name of recovering from childhood trauma. And we just started our YouTube very recently, but I'm happy that we are getting a very good response. Hi, Colette. How are you?
Hi, everybody. Hi, Neil. Are you okay?
Yes, I'm good. And how was your day?
Quiet today. I've had quite a quiet day today, so I've just caught up on some TV and just, made a lasagna, but that was about it today. I've had a really lazy day, but I've got the hospital tomorrow, so I've had to take it easy today because I've got breathing tests and that to do in the morning. So, yeah. How are you? What have you been up to today?
I'm good, and I was a very productive meeting today. So I'm day by day I'm expanding my working experiences, and I'm meeting a lot of good like-minded people. Today I had a meeting with a
Brilliant.
very amazing woman, and she came back from UK, I guess, and US, I guess, and we were just talking about our work, and we have a very amazing session last day, yesterday. That was on Instagram, if you know that, and a lot of people responded me to that.
Neela, you froze. Don't know what's going on with Anila's internet. She does have problems. Obviously, we know that her country is going through conflict at the moment, so it affects her internet. Sometimes she'll have blackouts. So we have to bear with Anila, you know. She's not as lucky in her country as we are in ours. Okay. I don't know where she's gone. Hopefully she'll come back. Okay. Thing is, Anila picked the topic for us to speak about, and I haven't got a clue what to talk about. I'll tell you what I do need to talk about, and that is, whilst we're waiting for Anila to come back on. Yeah, obviously Dr. Anila Khan and myself, we do meetings like this 3 times a week. We do Instagram twice, once on a Wednesday, no, once on a Tuesday, and once on a Friday. We also do the YouTube live on a Thursday, all of which is 6 p.m. GMT time. So, yeah. What we've been doing is we've been talking about the different kinds of traumas, and I've been letting her know what's been going on in our news. She's been letting me know what's going on over there, and we come to the conclusion that it's not rocket science, but we've got this pandemic of child abuse that's just going around the world. You know, no child at the moment is safe. Body. So, um, hello, Anila. You okay?
So I'm happy. Yes, I'm. There was some issue with the wire actually. I have to restart that, and I'm happy that you are a co-host. And if I'm gone, then you just keep on going talking about that. And I would like to say to the people that what we are going to talk about today is
Gone off again, Anila. Okay, so Anila's still having problems. Okay, so what I was telling you, whilst we're Anila, waiting for Anila to come back on, is that, you know, we do talk and we do keep in contact throughout the rest of the week. We don't just speak at these meetings, you know, we are trying to make a difference, trying to make a change and try and save children because it's just getting out of control. So, um, I haven't come up with a business plan because I don't know how to do a business plan. But both Anila and I both know what's needed in order to protect children. Dr. Anila knows because she works with these children. She, you know, she speaks to these children. I know through lived experience what is needed, what needs to be done, and what hasn't been done. Why is somebody like myself and Anil are having to, you know, press on at governments to listen to us, to, you know, heed our advice. So at the moment, I am trying to set up an app. I don't want to go too much into it because obviously copyright and stuff like that. So got a new, we got a Neela back. Are you back?
yes, I'm back. Yes, yes. So I was just asking you the question from about orphanages and experiences children have over there. Since this is something that we our country also have, and we have very good orphanage actually. But sometimes there are some stories. There are some stories of children getting abused over there, and sometimes there are a lot of stories about children are not being fed properly. So what is situation over there? Because we get those stories when sometime poor family go there and they just leave their children over there. So then we heard some stories because they were saying that this happening over there. What about your place? How things are over there and how things are working over there?
Sorry, I'm not sure if anybody heard the first part of our YouTube, but over here we don't hear much about what's going on in orphanages. Um, if you know, if anything does come out, then it's normally from a child that was instituted in one of these orphanages, and they'll come out and they'll disclose about what's gone on in there and whatnot. But as far as I'm aware, I haven't seen any over here, but we don't get many stories. In fact, I haven't read any story on orphanages. I mean, we hear a lot about foster parents that are abusing children that have already come from an abusive background. You know, we get a lot of that, and my thing on that is these foster parents are not reprimanded enough. They get taken off the register and they're not allowed to foster again. Meanwhile, they're victims, you know, they're struggling to cope. So you hear a lot of things like that going on. At the moment, we've got things going on in children's homes that there's things coming out about historical abuse that's been going on over there. My personal experience in a home, I don't remember it because I was only young. I was really, really little. I do remember having foster parents, I think after a certain age, you have to go to foster parents. You can't go to this. I'm just assuming this. I don't know why, but the foster parents that I was placed with they were amazing. You know, they gave me everything that I needed. They gave me love, warmth, food, comfort, new clothes, time. You know, we'd sit round the table together and have dinner together. We'd go to church on a Sunday. We'd play outside, and so I have a lot of good memories from foster care, from foster carers. But a lot of children that are coming out of the system at the moment are not having good experiences, and I think that's because social services are not. They're not. Did you hear any of that I've just been talking about, Anila?
Yes, I heard, because you were saying that you don't know a lot of people who have come, or we have that experience, because since in your culture there is a lot of um, things about adopting children. Over here we are far behind that. So we
Mm.
have orphanages where children are there, and since we have also poverty, so children coming to those places just because poverty. So they're also living in those orphanages and those Baitul Mal. We also call them Baitul Mal. The Baitul Mal is basically government institution where they keep.
See, over here, that it works differently here. If you're living in poverty, and there is absolutely no way that you can look after your child, then your child will be taken into care. It will be, adopted out or fostered out or be kept in a children's centre. So they don't get taken to orphanages, because we've got social services, we've got the means to be able to give this child another life, a better life, that, it's not poverty stricken and things like that. Sometimes I do wish that there was somewhere that people can. I mean, in America, I know that they drop their kids off at fire stations, if I'm right. People are scared to ask for help, because they get judged. There's stigma attached to it. And so, people are scared to reach out. And unless they're known to social services, then social services don't know that these children are living in poverty, because why would they? You know, it's the balancing act over here, where orphanages are for children that have no parents, whereas, we've got the facilities to put them into foster centres and, things like that. So, but it doesn't mean that they're going to get a better life at the end of the day. I mean, some children come out and they find fabulous adopted parents or, foster parents. I was lucky to find foster parents, but you get some that, they get sent to a family, nothing's much known about this family, and then few years down the line, it turned out that this family has been torturing the child and using the child for certain things, and so that's what goes on a lot over here. Is people can anybody can foster now, anybody, and social services don't seem to have a rigorous way of finding out whether these people are safe or not. It's at one point it was so tight, to be able to be a foster parent, you had to pass everything. But now you could be single and not be working and still be able to foster, which is wrong, because what they're doing there is, instead of going out and working and earning a living, they're getting the money from each child that they're fostering. So yes, they're doing a good job, but some people only use it as a job. And when you've got children that are coming from a vulnerable background, you can't look at fostering as a job. You've got to have empathy. You've got to be caring. You've got to understand what this child needs and what this child has been lacking. And so, yeah, it's not as stringent as it should be, but we do have the different facilities here for children that need them.
So I would like to say sorry to everyone because my little sibling and I guess my nephew, niece have taken my small wire of my internet. So it is not working on another device and it's connecting again and again. And now she is searching for that device now. So it's okay, you know that even then we just keep on going and we just want to say that we don't need to be perfect when you are doing certain things. We are just here to create awareness and we want
And nearly you've gone again. Anila. Okay, so Anila's still having problems with her internet. This is the problems that she has in our country at the moment. But she will join us when she can. So I'll just keep rabbiting on until she gets back. What I was talking about was this app that I'm putting together. I need help. I need somebody that knows what they're doing computer wise and logistics and business, and I need all of that because I have not got a clue. I've been reaching out for the government to help with the funding because it will benefit the government. It's something that is going to be taken to the government. It's not an app that's going to be sold to um, the general public. It's something that the government would purchase and use, hopefully, like I'd said before, it will save a lot of children. Now I've been, looking for investors and things like that. There's a lot of things take, like anything, it's money, everything's money orientated. So I've been looking through to see how I can earn or do what I can to get this money. And I think the only thing is going on a GoFundMe, and I don't want people to think that the GoFundMe would be for me. I want them to know that it's for this app that I think is needed. So, like I said, because of copyright, I can't really say too much at the moment. But once I've got wheels in motion and things like that, I will let you know what's going on and what this app is about and how it's used and who uses it and why they use it and when they use it. So yeah, anything to protect our children. I've been doing this for 10 years now, fighting for the rights of children, and I don't know. I mean, hello, Anila. You're
yes, I
back.
am so sorry everyone. I'm so angry on my internet and their issues. It is turning off again and again, and I'm happy that you're able to talk to them. And you were talking about the app application basically. So what I little bit know about is fundraising on Facebook that help, and sometimes there are some organization or websites who offer that. For example, gofunding.com. I think something like that is their name, and they can offer some kind of help, but you need to go and create something over there. And sometimes there are some website also that help you out.
You've
We
gone
also we
again.
have also work on we have work on application for autistic children actually, and people
Keep
who are
glitching.
having issues, who have children with any kind of disability and autistic children.
Anila. Okay. Can you hear me?
Now, I
Can you hear me?
think it will work for you. Now, yes, I can hear you. Yes, I can.
You've gone.
Yes, I'm
Okay,
here.
so yeah,
Yes, and I think we can also hear the. Can you hear
Anila.
me?
Yeah,
Yes, I think we're back. Let me try it on mobile phone. So we have also established an application for autistic children and their families, and on that we are going to give them some tools. So that was the same thing that you were talking about.
you've gone. Anila.
Yes, you talk. Let me try to come to on.
Okay, I think Anila's having a few problems.
Can you hear me right now?
Yeah. Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I
Okay,
can
now
hear
it's
you now.
good. Yeah, it's good now because I should have changed this before. So since you were talking about the application, we have developed an application for autistic children and their families, and that is application for the family who need that. Uh,
How did you
and
do that,
so
Anila?
I think we developed that through our organization. Like they were developing that. If you get a chance, I would like you to meet to the cricket. She was just talking about you yesterday, a day before yesterday. She was telling me all about, and I was just talking about that the work that we are doing, and she was very happy about that. And even she was saying that I think she was appreciating the fact that you are not physically fit, but even then you are coming so often, and we are talking, having those discussions. And I said that we are just too serious about the work that we are doing. So I would like to ask her if I get a chance, or if we get a chance to meet her in the coming week, maybe Tuesday. So we will have a meeting with her and see that how she's doing that. Because I think we have
That
a team,
sounds
and
good.
we have team who are doing that. They have the whole department, and I think people are helping us actually. We cannot do anything alone. So like people are coming slowly and gradually to get toward us. They will also
For,
have a chance to.
for all of you that are tuning in, firstly, thank you again. And secondly, if there's any computer whizzes out there that can help me and can guide me through this app, then please do contact me. Yes, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Instagram, I'm on Facebook. So yes, if you've got any ideas, please do contact me because this is something I'm really passionate about. As Anila
And
said,
we have
I have, like Anila said, I do have bad health.
and let me tell you something. We are yeah. Okay. Can you hear me? Yes, it's unmuted. So
Yeah.
I would like to say something to you about that app. Also, we also have one app in our country which is for missing girls, missing children actually. And they developed that app after there was a case girl who got missing and who got killed also. She was get abused actually, and she was killed after that. And then after that, it was decided to have that app. So whenever some child gets missing, so they are taking help from that app, and it is helping people a lot. So
See, that's what they're there
they
for.
through that they registered.
So yeah, this app hopefully will help with the abuse that these children are going through and the trauma these children are going through. And again, I mean, we've had another child that got killed by his parents, and massive failing from social services across the board. It's news over here at the moment how badly this child was let down. And but again, though, that person, that social worker that let that child down, will continue to work, because it'll all get swept under the carpet and nothing will happen to that social worker. In fact, you'll probably find it's only the social workers that know what social worker was involved with that child. Probably find the doctors don't know, or the teachers don't know, or anybody or anything like that. And without giving too much away, this app will pinpoint who dropped the ball with these children, because I think if we start glaring a light on these people, then they'll start doing their job properly, because at the moment they're just sneaking about in shadows and not really doing anything. They're not doing the job that they're paid to do, And like I said before, this isn't just a job. This is something that you've got to have empathy. You've got to be caring. You've got to be of good nature. It's not just a job. It's not just a 9 to 5 job where you go in, clock out, and that's it's not. It takes a lot out of you, and I understand that. But being a social worker, you should know what your commitments are to be, and your commitments is to save children. But at the moment, they're not. They're not doing their jobs properly. And again, I do understand that they're overworked, understaffed. I understand that, but it's getting too much of the same. They're using the same excuse now as they have done with other children that have died. We're overworked, we're understaffed. That's, still no reason to be putting a child's life at risk as far as I'm concerned. And these people that do just look at it as a job, then again, you don't need people like that in the care system. In the care system, there's your word, care. You need to care. You need to want to help these children. You need to want to be able to change their lives, not just sign in and sign out at the end of the day and get picked up a wage at the end of the month. It's a lot more than that.
Since we have if I talk about the place that I am, and if you're not able to read what I'm saying, you just go and see the caption, you can hear what I'm saying. So over here I have seen people, and I have seen places, and I have seen organizations who said that they're working for orphanage, and their children, they're taking a lot of funding. But once or twice I get a chance to go there and meet those people, and can you imagine that they were not, it was, I guess, 12 o'clock, and those children were hungry. They were not nobody feed them any breakfast. And when I asked those children, when you're going to eat, then they said that this woman is going to get up and she will cook for us, and then we will eat our lunch. And I said that, what about breakfast? And the child was not able to answer anything, because they were hungry and they were already very weak. And I knew that place, that women have taken funding already for those children to be taken, to take those children to the hospital. And this is what she was doing. And I was so angry on that. And I just even wrote about that also on my page, that I don't want myself to affiliate in places like that, where they are abusing children, where they are giving punishment to children, where children are scared of. And sometimes a child would not come to place until and unless I'm not there. So if I was there, the child was coming. If I was not there, the child was not coming. So it was indicating that they are abusing the children over there with the name of doing any kind of therapy. So there's a difference between therapy and there's a difference between abusing children.
Yeah.
And I know that their mother told me that this is what they do. And even I give her one example of a therapist who used to slap children because, according to her, they are so stubborn that they are not producing the right sound. And those children were having implants. Like if you have cochlear implant, if you have oral motor kind of issues, it is difficult for you to provide the sound. But she thought that why the child is not repeating is because the child's own fault. So, and she did once in front of her mother. And I just simply asked her, why you're taking your child over there? She was saying that, oh, that place is very near to me and stuff like that. And I said that she was not willing to come to me because my place was a little bit farther from that, from her house. But she was taking her child to that place. So I think she's also part of that abuse too. That if she knew that something is like that is happening to a disabled child, like I'm not talking about children who are able to tell you, those are disabled children. Those have implants, those have physical problems, those, and
The
people
thing
know
is,
that.
though,
About
the thing is, Anila, I mean, over here with the you know, with the homes and that the children are in now, I mean, you don't hear of horrors until that child has left that institute, you know, and then you find out that this child has been abused, this child has
Mhm.
been neglected, you know, it's traumatized, they're addicted to drugs, they're drinking, you know, and like you say, these people are still getting funding. Yeah, we don't know
Yeah,
what's going on. We don't know. Over here, it's instead of, you know, not knowing what's going on behind closed doors, over here, it's you don't know what's going on over brick walls because that's what these institutes are based into. You know, they're based in, you know, they're covered around with brick wall, and it's very institutionalized, and it's not very homely at all. And these children struggle, but nobody listens to these children until they've left. And then they come out and they'll disclose about what's gone on there and so on and so forth. Now, that home doesn't have to pay back any of the money that they've received for that person, even though they've neglected that person. You know, they haven't been made to pay back any money to that person, to that child that lived through that situation. You know, so over here, it does go on, and we are aware of some children's homes that have got abuse going on in there. But again, we found out this because of people that have left the institute and have decided to speak out against them. So now we're having all of these investigations into certain homes, and it's coming out that the sexual abuse, the physical abuse, mental neglect, it, it goes back years and years and years. You know, you're looking, some are looking at 40 years. That's how far back they're looking that this was going on in these homes, and yet the government still pay for these homes to look after these children. The government haven't got a clue what's going on. They really don't. They just hand out the check at the end of each month. There you go. There's your money to pay for those children. Are you looking after them? Are you taking care of them? No, none of these questions are asked. You know, nobody sits down with these children and says, "Are you being looked after? You know, are you being given everything that you need to be given? And are you getting an education? Are you being fed correctly? You know, none of these questions are ever asked to these children. So this is why these places are able to get away with it for so long, and then by the time it comes to prosecute the people that were involved, they're either dead or retired, and basically saying that nothing like that ever happened. And you know, they call these victims liars, and it turns out that they're not. And it's a shame. It's a shame that we have to wait till these children leave these buildings, these institutions, before we find out what's going on. Now we all know what's going on, but without anybody coming forward and saying, yeah, this is what's going on, it happened to me. And unless we get that, then, you know, at the moment, they're just going to keep getting away with it. And like the social workers that are involved in, you know, uh, children are dying under their care. You know, again, nothing happens to them. There's no reparation. There's nothing, absolutely nothing. So, you know, it's hard over here. Have you had a blackout, Anila? I can't hear you. Neil, I can't hear you.
okay. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You had another blackout?
Somebody broke my light actually.
Oh gosh. Okay then, so maybe we should put this to an end.
I think we should do that. And thank you so much, everybody, for listening. See you all tomorrow on Instagram. Instagram is proven to be the best place for us.
It is.
Yeah.
Thank you
Okay.
everybody
Thank you
for
so much, everybody.
watching.
See you.
Bye, Neela. Thank you everybody for
Bye.
watching. Catch us tomorrow on Instagram at 6 o'clock. Hopefully, fingers crossed, the Neela's internet will be a lot better. It seems to do a lot better on Instagram.
Exactly.
So, yeah, any questions, anything you want to ask us, then please do join us tomorrow, 6 o'clock GMT time. And Neela, I want to say good night, and I will speak to you tomorrow.
Sure. See you, everyone. Bye.
Bye, everybody.